Let's do linguistic analysis. In this video, we have two speakers who, instead of tapping their credit card to pay, they tap dance to pay. And this is an example of lexical ambiguity. Lexical ambiguity is when one word can have multiple meanings and it changes the whole meaning of the utterance. So a classic example of this is the sentence, "The fisherman went to the bank." A lot of the times we might think of a bank as being a financial institution, but it can also mean like the bank of a river. So when I say the fisherman went to the bank, it's not immediately clear which bank the fisherman is going to. So this is lexical ambiguity. There are other types of ambiguity as well. So structural ambiguity is ambiguity in terms of the structure or the grammar of the sentence. For example, visiting relatives can be boring. On one hand, if we think of visiting as a noun, the act of visiting relatives can be boring. That's one meaning, but we can also think of visiting as an adjective describing relatives. So relatives that are visiting can be boring. These people can be boring rather than the act of visiting. And this is structural ambiguity. The crazy thing about ambiguity is that it's everywhere in our language, but we don't notice it so much because when we use our language in context, we're able to use these clues to disambiguate any lexical or structural items that are ambiguous. So like in this video, if a cashier were to say, "You can tap to pay," we would use context clues to understand that, okay, she or he actually means to tap with our credit card to pay, not tap dance. But that is what makes this joke so funny. I would love to hear about any examples of lexical or structural ambiguity that you've encountered recently.